Hey there, welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude, absent-minded professor for knives and all things sharp. Pull up a chair, sit on the floor, make yourself at home. Class is about to begin. Today, we're looking at another one from Spartan Blades. This time, Damysus. Yes, I said Damysus or Damysus. I've heard both pronunciations, and no, I'm not mispronouncing Damascus. Damysus was one of the fastest of the Greek gods of ancient myth and legend. Before we get too far into that, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? If you're new to the channel, welcome. We do primarily knife reviews, occasional reviews of various bits of survival and camping gear, lights, cooking gear, tents, compasses, that sort of thing. But primarily knives. Then on Mondays we do knife basics, what you really need to know. For those who are new to this hobby and really want to learn what we're talking about, that series is for you. For those of you who have been with us for a while, welcome back. Glad to see you again. Just got one question for y'all, and you know what it is. Have you subscribed yet? I mean, come on. You newbies can subscribe too. It's easy. Just hit that button right down there. Then they hit the bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I put up a neat new video. Win-win situation. Win for you because you get notified every time I put up a neat new video. Win for me because, let's be honest, the more subscribers I have, the easier it is to get all these neat new things. But on with class. Spartan Blades. It's a veteran-owned and operated company based out of North Carolina. A lot of their midline knives are made in cooperation with Ka-Bar. They've got a very unique sheath system for this one. Man-made materials. It's black injection molded sheath, but it's got leather straps on the back. And you can, just by changing these screws around, flip it to a bunch of different ways. You can flip it to left-hand carry instead of right-hand carry if you want. You can flip it to horizontal carry instead of vertical carry. And what I find particularly neat, because I haven't seen it on any sheath other than a Spartan Blade sheath, is this little button right here. Everyone else, you put your thumb against a piece there and you push to get the knife out. With Spartan Blade, you push that button, the knife comes right out. I mean, it's just, it doesn't quite fall out the way the first time did, but yeah, it comes right out. Blade itself, being made in collaboration with Ka-Bar, is of course the 1095 cro-van that Ka-Bar is so fond of. To oversimplify things, all it is 1095 high carbon steel with one or two additives and then given a cryogenic treatment in the heat treat portions to make it a little harder, a little tougher, but less brittle. As I said, it's named after Damysus, the fastest of the Greek giants of legend, and it kind of fits. It's not a giant knife really, but it's big, but it's so well balanced that yeah, it's a very light, fast knife. I mean, I don't care what you need to do, it's going to do it quite nicely. Micarta scales on the handle, full tang as you can see, jimping on the back. The choil is a very nice size and very comfortable, so you can grip up on it if you need to. Just lanyard hole. All in all, just a very very sweet and very comfortable knife. I'm probably going to have to do a follow-up on this one when I take it outside and put it through its paces out there. But let's go ahead and start with our standard battery of tests here inside first, just to see how it does with that. As always, this is straight out of the box. No touch-up, no, nothing like that. So we'll start with a great piece of scrap paper, and you know what? For a knife that thick, and it is a thick knife, that's doing quite well on the paper. Let's see how it does on cardboard, shall we? Standard corrugated cardboard. Kind of bends the cardboard over before it punches through. There we go. Punch through that time. Let's see here. That's not going to do as fine a shred as a pocket knife. It's still making pretty fast work of that cardboard, which is nice. Let's see here. Paracord. Where's the paracord? I know I've got some paracord here somewhere. There's the paracord. Way up there. And see here. Here is an end. God, that's a mess. Well, fortunately the kittens are asleep, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's see how it does in cutting cordage, because, yeah, nice that way. Let's face it, if you're going camping or hunting, you never know when you might need to cut some rope or some paracord to do something. Now that didn't work too well. We'll try again a little bit. Hang packaging test. Not going to have to open up too many hang packages on a camping trip, but might have to do some quick modifications of things to try to work things out. It's a little thick, so it took a little bit to get in, but once it's in, did that quite nicely. Can't complain. Let's see here. There it is. Leather. If we're going to be looking at this as a hunting knife, we want to be able to be sure it can handle skinning duties. So let's see how it... Yeah. It'll do it. I'm just having troubles holding onto the leather. Knife, on the other hand, is going through it, leather itself, easier than I can hold on to it. So it did that beautifully. Let's see here. Here's the next thing. Zip tie. I know some people don't consider this for camping and hunting, but I think it's fantastic. It does such a great job of securing things to your pack frame if you're in a hurry. It also does a great job of holding things together if you're trying to bushcraft a tripod to hang a pot from or make a seat or something like that. It's even better than paracord, really. But it's a pain to cut with anything other than diagonal cutters. Let's see how this thing does it. That does a nice job. Yeah. That is gorgeous. So, next thing. Wood. Standard piece of wood from my shop. I'm going to start. I'll put a nice hole in it. Yes. But the tip is too blunt for it to stay on the tip like it would with some others. As you can see, feathering it up nicely. If you're looking to do shavings or featherboard for starting a fire, that'll work real well. Let's see here. Let's get my glove here so that I don't have to hear my wife bitch and moan about risking my precious skin again. This is a fairly important test, and as you can see, I'm going to be going right down where near the center of the, what would be the center of the tree. Here, let's look at it this way. So I'm cutting across the grain as much as with the grain, even more across the grain than with grain, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for the knife to Tom. Let's see how it does, shall we? See here. Well, okay. I don't think we got any problems using that to baton up some firewood for the fire, do you? I mean, that was, yeah, 2 strikes and it's through. That's amazing. And can't even see any scratches on that powder coating, can you? I sure can't. Oh, I forgot to mention measurements on this thing. Well, it's 10.75 inches overall. 5.5 inches of that is the blade. So, yeah, it's leaves 5 1/4 for the grip. I'm just really enjoying this knife. I'm really impressed. So, I find it hard to believe any damage was done to it the way it took that wood. But let's just make sure. Let's see. I don't think that took any damage whatsoever, do you? That is just so sweet. There you have it. The Damysus from Spartan Blades. Company's from North Carolina. It's veteran owned, veteran operated. Knives are veteran designed. The midline knives like this are made in collaboration with K-Bar, so they're produced and manufactured here in the U.S. as well. So obviously they're going to be a little bit more expensive. It's just retail price on this is $195. I'd have to double check. I think I've got it on my website for either $175 or $165. But man, this is going to serve you like nobody's business. At least if it performs the way it did today out in the field. Yeah. And this one, I promise you, I'm going to be doing at least 2 more videos of this one. One in a week or 2 when I can take it out to the field and see how it does out near the hunting camp. And probably one this fall after I see how it does during hunting season. That one will have seen some true use, so we'll have an even better idea of how well it's going to work, and just if it's really worth the money. I'm pretty sure it's going to prove to be, but of course you can't be sure until you actually put it to the test. In the meantime, I gotta get going. So, y'all have a great day, better weekend. I'll leave you with a couple videos over here I think you're going to enjoy. Of course, you can always hit the target over here to subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Bye now.